Why can't I ever say properly? Ah! What's up, loves? Happy Thursday. I hope you all are doing well and having a wonderful morning so far. I want to talk today about our thoughts. So interesting. It's so freaking interesting how many thoughts are percolating and circulating our minds that we just assume are truthful. And what we have to fundamentally understand here is we actually don't have to believe our thoughts in our mind. In fact, if we do, we'll probably screw ourselves over because the majority of the nonsense and noise that happens in our minds is, generally speaking, beliefs from our parents, society, our boyfriends, girlfriends, whoever. And when we actually check in and ask ourselves, is this true for us? You'll get a wildly different answer. But the problem is when you think a thought, because it's in your mind, you just assume it's yours. And so you play off that thought even though it's totally not aligned with the highest version of yourself. And so something important to remember here is you get to be the observer of these thoughts. So when you have a thought that comes into your mind, rather than going, oh, I know that's me, or like, I hate how I do that, or you try and fight it, don't ever fight it. What you fight will strengthen. It will just get stronger. But just kind of take a back seat and be the observer and go, interesting. That's an interesting thought. Is that actually true for me? Where did that come from? When we take a step back and we just observe what's going on, we can then have more compassion, more curiosity. We can then choose, is that thought mine or not? And truth will not happen in the mind. The truth is in your body. And so it takes a moment for you to pause, take some space, get curious about it. Don't hop into judgment right away, but just get curious about it. And then truthfully ask yourself, is that actually true for me? And when we can do this with all of our thoughts every single day, I mean, let's be real here for a second. We're all human AF, so that's not going to happen. But with the majority of the painful thoughts that you feel, if you can just take a hot minute and go, let me just shift this, or let me just rewire this thought, or let me just question this belief, that is the pinnacle of self-mastery. Like, that's when we can actually shift and change things. And so it's really important to remember that how your life is right now is due to your thoughts and your stories and your beliefs. But it's also important to remember that the majority of those thoughts, stories, and beliefs that you have in your body aren't even yours. And so I would love for you all to take some time today and just simply observe your thoughts. Don't judge them. Don't fight them. Don't try and push them away. Just observe them. Check out what's going on up there. A lot of times these thoughts are painful, and so we want to like numb them out or kick them out the door or fight them. But it's important to remember that all we need to do is love them and accept them from a place of non-judgment and compassion for us to change them. We can't shift them and change them and progress them into something that is more aligned while we're operating from a place of fear and judgment. So I want you to try that today. Let me know how that goes, whether you're watching this on the YouTubes or on Facebook or wherever else you're going to watch this. Write in the comments below and let me know how this exercise goes for you. This was a total game changer for me when I realized that I did not have to believe and play out the craziness that's in my mind, because there's some serious craziness in my mind. And yours, probably. We're all human. There's like all kinds of weird shit that's happening all the time. But when we can like take responsibility for that and understand that the majority of the stuff that we're thinking is not even ours, we put ourselves in such a place of power. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Have a beautiful Thursday, and we'll catch you next week. Bye for now.